Welcome back to Convincing Idiots. I'm Nick, alongside here with Dean and Brian. And today on Convincing Idiots, we three idiots of three different generations, are discussing our latest edition of the superhero bracket. Fellas, we were discussing Superman versus Martian Manhunter, and the stat man, Brian Fisher himself, was giving us all the ins and outs of the abilities of Martian Manhunter, of Superman. We talked about they kind of have a lot of similar abilities. You guys, it's really close here. They both share a lot of the same traits. They both see really well. They have multiple types of vision each. We discussed that. So, Brian, you as the elder statesman here of comic book fandom and culture, just the facts here, some of their abilities, and breaking it down to what the brass tacks are. What do you think, in your mind, what scenario might play out between these two?
Well, again, we said we can the opposing person has time to prepare. That's what I'm trying to say. So Martian Manhunter would know he's going to fight Superman. He clearly can fly. Well, we talked about this. He can fly. So,
right.
I'd like to think that he would have a means to go up into space, find kryptonite if he needed to, and use that as a form of his arsenal against Superman. One thing I keep coming back to is in more than a couple times in the comics and in the movies, Batman has gotten the best of Superman a couple of times because he had
without
time.
Being as just a normal dude with no special abilities, just cool gadgets.
A rich guy in pajamas.
Well, but he had time to prepare. He was able to build, get a suit ready in different scenarios. I didn't know this. I've been doing this research, but Batman beat Superman a couple times in the comics in different scenarios. Superman was under mind. No, but Superman was under a mind control with Poison Ivy, I guess, in one comic book story, and Batman bested him in that as well. So I don't know. So Superman he's just like a strong dude. He doesn't get, like the Hulk, he doesn't increase his powers as he gets angry. He could fight good. He's strong. He's got those abilities and all of that, but he's not, you don't really, I don't know. I don't really know Superman as any type of a tactician or whatever. He's got leadership ability, certainly. He's the leader of the Justice League, right? He's a good dude. He's an alien on this earth. He's looking out for the good of mankind. All that stuff's great, but he's not. I don't know. He's just not known to be that smart tactician necessarily, and all that stuff. Martian Manhunter's
just kind of throws it at you.
Yeah, he just comes at you. He's strong and all that stuff, and he's not dumb certainly. But Martian Manhunter, again, he's got without knowing much about him. I knew who he was in the comics and everything, but before doing this research, I didn't realize all the abilities that he had. He's a genius level intellect. I think he could get access to kryptonite if he needed to, but even beyond that, again, he'd be hard to fight in battle with the ability to go invisible. We talked about that. To become intangible. So if he's intangible, now I don't know if there's a limit to that. If he can only be intangible for a few moments, or if he can just remain in that state, or whatever it is, he'd be next to impossible to lay a hand on. Right.
Yeah.
And also, again, the telepathy thing, that's what keeps coming back to me. So Superman is subject to magic abilities and telepathy like a human on the earth would be, so
yeah.
That's where I'm zeroing in on. So Martian Manhunter could make it very difficult for Superman to get him, use his telepathic ability
to confuse
Superman, to confuse him, to create pain, create illusions around him, and he'd be very hard to get a hold of Martian Manhunter. And then with his super strength and everything, I think so. I tend to think, all things considered, I didn't think this at the beginning when I first started looking at this stuff. I was thinking when we started doing all this, even as a kid in the comics, I was always like, Superman's just way too powerful. It's just too powerful. It's not even that much fun to read it because it's like he
he's a cheat code.
crazy.
Like he does. That's what I always think too. Is I'm like, it's not fair. Like he's a cheat code. He does everything. Who's supposed to beat this guy? It's kind of ironic now that the person that he's facing in this challenge might be the cheat code to him. I mean, it's like you said.
Yeah, they've done things in the comics. Certainly, Lex Luthor has been more intelligent and got the best of him and all that. So that's good as a balance here. So, like I said, all things considered, I'm kind of leaning toward Martian Manhunter.
Dean is the big Superman fan. What say you?
Okay, I've been taking some notes here.
You don't know how to write.
Really?
Well, first of all, there's a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the way they were written in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Martian Manhunter was part of the Justice League.
Yeah.
If he was bigger, better, powerful, if he was more capable, he would have been the leader. But he was written as,
well, not necessarily.
Not if Superman was just a nicer dude.
Superman may have more leadership ability and all that.
Okay.
If he was just nicer and we trust him more. I mean, yeah, the other guy can do more, but we trust Superman to lead us in the right direction.
Okay, so the invisibility situation. My question for that is, can Superman, with his X-ray vision, can he see through invisibility? Does that make sense?
I would say X-ray not, but wouldn't you with does he have infrared
Right.
You would still
some
see
sort of
body temperature, right? But how does
vision.
he's a Martian though? How does that work? Is
that's my question. I mean,
does he have the same kind of
infrared? He does have infrared vision.
So my thing is, to me, the invisibility, isn't that big a deal. Like his power there, because that was the only one when I heard it. I'm like, okay, that one's, you might have something. You might have something there. Let's see. Okay. Simple fact. I'm not going to put a lot into it. Obviously, I'm a Superman fan. I have the tattoo of Superman on my body. I am a huge Superman mark. So I'm not going to lie and say I'm not biased. I am. He's always been my favorite. And when it comes down to the fight, back and forth, it'll come down to when Superman goes nuclear, with the just red eyes, when his heat vision doesn't just go forward, it goes just
does he do
everywhere.
That?
Yes, like in the extreme fights, like when he was fighting Doomsday. You know what I mean? When when he just goes all out. I mean, that's just. Well, remember what was it? The last shitty movie they did that they're remaking? Justice League.
So Justice League, yeah.
Yeah. When he went all out for that. That Superman, where just the beyond intensity, takes everything to an 11.
That was when he read the script.
True.
I think.
This is bullshit.
Well, clearly he didn't, because he kept the fucking mustache that they had to edit it out. So.
Really?
Watch it again. They had, if you watch that movie, they had, when they went and did reshoots of it, he was doing that train movie where he had a mustache, and by contractually he couldn't shave it off. So look, it looks shitty. Half of the movie they CGI'd skin over a mustache for Henry Cavill. It looks awful.
Oh boy, brother.
Yep.
Should just done makeup over it, was it Cesar Chavez or whatever, the Joker or the Batman?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just put the white makeup over it. Anyway, yeah.
To me, Superman, especially, I just can't mentally give a fight to somebody that I have no clue who it is. You know what I mean? I'm going on just the stats that you guys have given to me. I know nothing about the other character. It'd be different if I did, maybe. And once again, I've said it before to you guys. This isn't a lock for me, because I actually, in my head, kind of have an idea of who might be winning this whole thing. And it's not exactly Superman. So don't think that I'm being biased and just going to run through the whole, situation with Superman. I'm not. But to me, in this one, to him fighting somebody is similar ilk, but an underling nonetheless, I'm going with Superman.
An underling. Oh,
He's
Yeah, I do agree about whoever wins this one. I don't know who's going to be the ultimate one. I agree. There's going to be some weird characters. Like
there is.
there's going to be some heavy debates on like a Deadpool and like a Scarlet Witch,
yeah.
and some of these characters that have a lot of powers that we just don't even really understand without
Yeah.
looking into them. So
Well,
anyhow,
because a lot of these
so
characters aren't as popular as, I mean, everybody knows what Superman does because Superman is one of like the top couple superheroes ever. So everybody knows that he does everything and that, you
I
know
mean,
what I mean? But
he's the
there's so
icon.
many, there's so many that people don't even know about. You know what I mean?
yeah, he's the DC captain.
right.
A lot of superheroes are based off. He definitely helps set the tone for what a superhero is in the comics. So without him, we probably wouldn't have the comic universe as we have today.
Correct.
Certainly in the superheroes. So
Well,
Right.
it's kind of like the idea of when you think of basketball, you think of Jordan. When you think of baseball, you think of Ruth.
that's weird. I think of Manute Bol. Is that weird?
It's a
Basketball?
little weird.
That's
A little
it.
weird.
First name basketball Manute Bol.
Manute Bol.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
the one.
Then maybe secondaries Jordan,
Like a
Bird, Magic.
Mookie
Correct.
Blaylock, maybe, or, you know.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
not Mookie. All right. All right.
Nope. Yep.
But you know what I'm saying
Manute Bol.
is Superman is synonymous with comic books and
Mhm.
superheroes. You know what I mean? That's who you first think of.
Sure. Doesn't mean he would win though.
That's true. I agree. But
Yep.
I'm saying in general, for this one, for me, in this fight, he wins.
So next up, you've done some extensive research in a Lego booklet.
Yes.
We
Tell
understand.
us about
It was
it,
not.
Nick.
It was not a booklet. It is a hardbound book. It even came with a free Lego minifig.
Now-
Which minifig?
It was Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
A minifig,
A minifig.
an edible minifig.
I tried, but no.
I'm
Minifigure.
joking.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it. I understand.
Not of the Newton brand. No.
Gotcha. Okay.
Somebody help him turn on his iPad.
No. So yeah. So the pick is in for Dean. He's going Superman.
Yep, I'm going
Okay.
Superman.
Okay. Honestly, for the very same reasons Dean said, I'm going with Martian Manhunter. I'm going off of the stats. There's no reason to think that Superman would be able to beat him. They're similar, but Martian Manhunter has the edge. He's just got that little something extra. He's got the extra things that Superman does not, and most of the things that Superman does, without knowing their strengths exactly, their levels of strength, or how fast. Did we know how fast one is of the other? They both have super speed. They're both from
I didn't
another
You
see-
don't
planet.
know because nobody knows about fucking Martian Manhunter. That's why you don't know. Because
Yeah.
you guys are just making this shit up.
I mean, it's all made up. So
Now these were in a couple different sources I'd looked up. It wasn't just like Wikipedia. This was also the DC, statistics and stuff like that. So this is legit comic
Yeah.
book crap. So.
he may be the legacy. He may be the superhero that everyone is molded after. But you know what happens? People take that and they build off of it and they make advancements. Martian Manhunter came later and was probably a prototype. He took the prototype of Superman, but they added things. So,
Are you even believing this?
me or Brian?
You, what you're saying right now?
Yes.
Okay, all
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Because Superman was like the first does anybody know what's the first superhero like ever made? Ever. What was the first one?
Brian, you were around when that happened.
It's it's got to be Superman. He's the most plain one. I mean, it's got to be. He's like he doesn't have a mask and he just wears a different color suit and he has like what is that the first superhero?
That's a good question.
Like is it Superman?
I don't remember when Batman came around. Batman's pretty old too, but yeah, Superman's. I'm sure he's older.
Because I feel like again the cape is kind of very. I mean, sure you think of both of them, but like that typical underwear over the pants cape, it's Superman. Everybody thinks of Superman. So I mean, did they just put a suit on a guy and a cape and was like, "This is the suit. This is a superhero."
Do you have an iPad? Can you look it up while we're talking?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
We're all on our phones. We can't look it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, you've got probably a space type hero guys like Flash Gordon and stuff like. I don't know if they've been around longer than
All
him
right.
or not. I'm not sure. Go ahead, Dean.
Guinness World Records
Mm-hmm.
says created by Lee Falk of the USA, the first superhero was the Phantom, who debuted in his own New York comic strip on February 17th, 1936.
The Phantom.
There you go.
The Phantom Nose.
That's the Shadow Nose.
Is it the Shadow?
Yeah, the Phantom is the thing in the park that Kiss fights in that movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you having hold on? Are you having kiss fights in the park? That's weird. Stay away from my homeless guys.
You may recall that I think it was Billy Zane did that really shitty movie, The Phantom.
Oh yeah.
That purple outfit with the mask and stuff like that. He just sort of had. I think it was just a guy in tights that could fight really good or something like that. Okay, I think that was it. Go ahead.
I've got Hugo Hercules in 1902. First appeared in the Chicago Tribune newspaper.
Okay, local hero. Okay,
what is a newspaper?
Yeah, see, it was a piece of paper they was to print the news on before. Okay.
So, like, they didn't just like get on their phones and find the news, or
no? Believe it or not.
I mean, you have people.
Even
you have people here like John Carter of Mars, Tarzan, but I don't know if you consider them. Zorro. I mean, was Zorro a superhero?
I mean, definitely heroes, but I mean superheroes as far as powers, right? Like, sure, you could fight crime. Like, I personally, I mean, I love Batman, but I don't really consider him a superhero. He's definitely a hero. He's a vigilante.
Correct.
But he doesn't have any super abilities other than he's smart and can engineer these awesome gadgets. But he himself, you take away all of that, he's not a superhero. You know, he's I mean, the same could be said for Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Is he a superhero? He has a super suit, but is he a superhero?
Okay. Fair. Well, in that sense, you know, do you become the superhero when you get in the suit? You know, the old adage, the suit makes the man. You know, I know they're talking about like a business suit, but does the suit make the superhero? You know, they get in the superhero suit, and just like Captain America, there's 4 different Captain Americas throughout the comics. So you know, there's a lot of them, more than one.
Yeah, there's more than one.
So you know, it's not a guy being Captain America. Captain America is the title.
Yeah, but he's got the
maybe in that
aspect strength Captain America does, but
did all of them?
I think some way, shape, or form.
All of them take like the superhero, super soldier serum.
I have to look at like U.S. Agent is another one. He's a variation of Captain America. He might have been another one that got some type of enhanced ability or something like that. We'll have to look at that. But okay, so the Phantom is the first.
That's what they're telling me.
Superhero, and then that was 1902. You said
36.
36. He said that 36, and Superman was 38. Okay.
Definitely one of the first superhero that we know of. Yes.
Correct. Yep. And one of probably the oldest one that's still viable.
Right. Yeah. That people certainly the most popular. Yeah. And one of the oldest. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so based on extensive Lego book research, with a minifig that is not edible.
Nope.
With I mean, I guess you could eat it, but it might not be the best to.
It came out the other end just fine.
Pass Wonder
all
Woman.
Pieces. Right.
Yeah. Nick is giving the edge to Martian Manhunter, to the dismay of Dean.
No unanimous decisions this week, boys.
I do want to vigorously object to this absurdity, but 2 out of 3 is 2 out of 3.
That's how I felt 2 weeks ago. Now you know.
Yeah, if there's any comments out there, if you think we're right or wrong, let us know, and I will.
I'm going to comment the fuck out of our Facebook post.
I will.
That's real great. The host of the show is the only one that comments. Awesome.
Well, Matt seems to know his stuff. Who's given us the suggestions and all that, and he actually
he went with Martian Manhunter as well.
He did. He did for some of the similar reasons.
See, I'm with Matt.
We talked
Matt
about
knows
here.
shit too.
Well, Matt's just as fucking silly as you are. All right.
You are gonna call him our one listener stupid, and you changed it to silly. You fucking coward, and you're ingrateful. Terrible.
No. I was going with silly. I was gonna stick with silly. Actually, the reason I didn't go with stupid is because, and once again, I don't know Matt, and I appreciate him listening, but I was more didn't want to call you stupid. That's actually why I stopped myself. I'm like, I'll call a stranger stupid. I don't give a shit.
Just
I didn't want to call you stupid.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah, to me again, it's just the edges, the genius, intellect, the similar powers. And the other couple of things we talked about with the ability to prep. He could get kryptonite if he wanted to. I think I agree with you. The invisibility would not give him an edge, but the intangibility I think would. And then again, the telepathy. He's the most powerful telepath on the Earth. I think that would mess up Superman. I think he could get into his head.
What does he even look like?
He's green with doesn't he have like some sort of cross things on him and a blue cape? There's different variations of him.
Yeah, kind of.
Like he's got a helmet thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a silver helmet.
Didn't you just describe Vision?
No, Vision is red.
Vision's an android.
But I have the way you just described it, I have a very similar idea.
Are you really arguing against Martian Manhunter on the state of how generic he looks, and you're battling for Superman? You're arguing for Superman.
Well, it depends on what Superman costume you're talking about.
The blue and red one with the red cape and the no helmet or mask.
All right. All this does for me is it more pushes me towards who I believe is going to win.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll find out.
Because I did think to myself, what if Superman and this person come into play? And then I
now you can do that
in my head. Now I don't have to.
With somebody better than Superman. So there you go. Now it's going to be even harder.
All right. I want you to pay attention to me very carefully. Martian Manhunter isn't going to get through the next round.
Okay.
All right. So who would? Okay.
Are you going to pay one of us to just side with you?
No, I just look at the rest of the. Before we go, I want you to read the rest of who's left. Why don't you, actually, if you do that now, read to us who's left.
Okay. Well, coming up, let's see the next. Okay.
That's a good time to promote the next round.
So he's gonna face Captain America.
Martian Manhunter is?
Captain America shouldn't. I mean, Captain America. No.
Yep. That's gonna be a tough battle for Cap.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Were you thinking he was gonna face either Thor or Vision? Because then you got to.
I mean, it's going to come up. It's going to come up.
Yeah, probably. Well, Scarlet Witch, because Vision and Thor, the winner of that will take on Scarlet Witch and Storm winner. So
take out Captain America, and he's not beating anybody else on the bracket.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Tough. It'll be tough.
All right. So
wait, who's not Captain America? You mean right?
No.
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
He's probably top 3 on all of them, of the whole list, maybe.
Okay. Without giving away, I'll hold off and wait, because without giving away who I think.
There's some that we don't know a ton about.
Like who?
Well, I'm just saying, there's we still have yet to delve into all the things of Raven. Because Raven's an underdog, probably. I don't know that Shazam. I mean, I'm
the
familiar
little girl
with
from the Cosby Show. Well, how in the hell did she get on this bracket?
She's psychic, dude. You're telepathic.
All right.
She's a psychic.
Probably why she didn't take the drink from Cosby.
Right. She saw the future.
That's right.
Her TV dad being a creep. Yeah.
Oh, are you going for Doctor Strange? Probably. That's what you're thinking of. Movie sucked.
Go back and rewatch that one. That's a good one.
Hold on.
I'm looking forward to the multiverse.
Brian, let's take into consideration today why Nick is so bitter.
Because Black Panther lost.
No, it's not Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
Because he went back, because him and I, have talked. He went back and listened to the few minutes when he dropped out yesterday.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about? You guys are so mean.
He's so bitter now.
To Jingle All the Way and to me and for the Maple Leafs for no reason? Like, what the fuck? That was the final straw. I'm gonna tank all their favorites. I'm gonna go. No.
That's why Superman's dead.
No. Why? Go be with Martha, you bitch.
Why'd you say that name?
What a terrible movie.
Did we just become best friends?
Horrible. Horrible movie. Horrible movie. DC just, I don't know. You gotta get it right.
So do we have is it official? Is it the Martian Manhunter?
It is official. Martian
Okay,
Manhunter
Brian,
does
Martian
advance.
Manhunter is the winner. He will take on it. We actually have the way we're going about our bracket. We got to get this in a format that we can actually post. I mean, this is written down on notebook paper right now. It's legible, but I mean, we do got to get this together on an actual bracket that we can post and update and repost the image of as the bracket progresses. Because right now we do have our first sections of the next round decided the way we're doing it. So far we'd have Wonder Woman taking on the Flash, and now Captain America will face Martian Manhunter. We've got 2 more matchups in this half, and then we move over to the other half of the bracket. So sometime around 2023, we will finally have a winner to the superhero bracket.
By the time we're done, will have already created new superheroes.
Yeah.
And this will all be obsolete.
We'll be in syndication by the time this is done.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, here's a bet for you. What lasts longer, this podcast or the bracket?
Oh, we're sticking around until the end of it.
Yeah, if I recall, Dean, you and I believe in this podcast, but Nick,
Right.
did.
We signed a
flame
contract.
Yeah, I'm taking the bracket +5 on the over. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys would put more work into this other than 5 minutes before we shoot, get a bracket up there or something, that would be
cool.
Good.
That would be cool. That's a good point.
All right, so what's the next episode? We talked about pop culture year debate.
No, that's like in 2 weeks, right?
I think that's next week.
Did you want to do that in 2 weeks or next week? Do we feel prepared enough to do it next week, or do you want to riff on something else? We've got other things in the bank here.
What were you thinking we were doing?
Well, the way Nick had described it last week was that we were going to do this, something else next week, superhero, and then the year. That way we can get our notes together and do our research.
I
don't care.
Okay.
I can do it next week. I was going on what Nick said.
We can do next week. That's fine.
Okay.
Then we should announce our year now.
I don't have that.
I mean, maybe not even on the show, but like we should let each other know. That way, we're not overlapping years.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you guys might have I don't know if you guys will overlap or not. Mine's going to be in the 90s sometime, so I don't know if neither of you picking a year in the 90s, then it wouldn't be an issue for me.
Well, it's kind of like I'm going to pick like my first Christmas, and Brian's going to pick the first Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Right. It was a good time. The bright star, cold evening.
I think if you're trying to save that joke, but no worries.
Lots of animal breath and things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping babies warm.
This is pre-Passion of the Christ movie, Dean.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Worked it
the prequel to Passion of the Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're going to do
that one's just 3 hours of laboring and birth. Ah! It's a different kind of screaming the whole time.
Jesus.
Right. Yeah.
And the other one is the birth of Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're going to do 2 debates. One is we're going to pick a year of one of our favorite pop culture
Defend
years. Defend the year. And then also we're going to debate our birth year and interesting pop culture-y things that happened during our birth year and debate that as well. That's what we're doing.
Sweetness.
Okay. So you can think about the year. We talked about like a mid-'80s. I was probably doing a mid-'80s year somewhere.
Well, since we haven't exactly settled down on the year, why don't we I'll say mine in 1981. I was born in 1981, so I will At least half of mine is going to be defending the year 1981.
Mhm.
Brian, what year are you defending? At least birth year wise.
Birth year 1968.
1968.
68.
Mhm.
And coming in at 20 years later with 1988 will be mine.
See, that's no fair. 68 was a badass year for not just pop culture, but like news in general. I mean, it was a historic fucking year for a lot of reasons.
I look forward to learning about it.
Not all great, certainly,
Okay,
but yeah.
Real quick, I've got a question.
Yes.
Mhm.
I was gonna, because honestly, I was gonna defend 68. That was gonna be the year I would have chosen, for my non-year debate.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
all right, I'll go something else because 68. There's so much that happened in that year,
hmm
music wise, TV, in the news itself. Yeah. All right, I'll pick something different.
Dude, 2020, that was an interesting one.
Oh boy.
We don't, Nick. We don't talk about 2020.
A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened.
It did.
A lot. For not being able to do anything, a lot of shit happened. Just saying.
All right, so that's our
We'll
next
figure it
episode,
out,
folks.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
So, Nick, where can people find us? If you
Yes,
don't
if
mind
you
reminding
feel
our good people out there.
If you feel compelled to continue to listen to us.
Real quick, before you go, I just want to say once again to everybody, if you need insurance in the Northeast Ohio area, and I'm even sure, because you can do it online, you can go to him online. Blake Insurance, he's an Erie insurance agency. Once again, located right here in Barberton. He offers home, auto, renter's business, life insurance. Above all service, please call him at 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com. Give him 5 minutes to give you a free quote.
Now, it's possible if Jor-El would have had good home insurance through Erie Insurance, Blake Insurance, maybe Superman just wouldn't have even existed.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's true.
Or if Jor-El would have had insurance through Blake Insurance, Kal-El would have been paid a lot out of because he lost his home, probably lost his car.
Mm-hmm.
So
sure
he'd have got paid out when the planet exploded. So
yep.
Damn.
Would have worked out well for him.
If only there were more Aaron Blakes on other planets for everybody to,
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
That's right.
Valid.
Okay, so now, Nick, where can
they find
where can the good
us?
people find us out there? How can
The
they
good
reach us and all that?
people, if they care to continue to pay attention to us, can find us on Facebook and YouTube, both by searching Convincing Idiots, Instagram at convincing_idiots, on Twitter at Convincing Idiot with no S. Please feel free to email us as well if you have any ideas for shows or you have any opinions on our superhero brackets, anything like that. You can do that, convincingidiots@gmail.com. Also, we will continue to grace your ears on all your favorite podcast platforms, including Google, Apple, Spotify, so on and so forth. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, boys. Another good episode, another good section of the bracket down. So, for myself, Nick.
I'm Dean.
I'm Brian.
We are Convincing Idiots. Have we convinced you?
Not this week.
I guess.
Yeah, and like I said before,
Because we're so unrelatable. We're so. I know it's hard to believe that anybody could be like us, that we're like any other people, but we are just regular people at the end of the day, just lumberjacks and truck drivers and
that's right.
Whatever.
I put my gold shoes on one shoe at a time, just like everybody else.
Yep.
My butler puts my pants on just the same as yours.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Then he throws in a hot pocket and leaves for me.
I think that's a euphemism, actually.
No, like I said, we're no Howard Stern, but one thing when I missed Howard, I didn't subscribe for a while to Sirius XM, and felt like I was missing some friends because they
Sure.
all the characters on that show, just for, again, this is over the course of many years,
Yep.
but you get to know who they are and their basic situations with family and their kids, and it's like I miss just hearing what they're doing,
Yeah.
So obviously it takes a long time to establish, but if we don't do it at all, we're not going to establish any of that stuff. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, you're still going to be their favorite. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, if
You
I'm
have
not
to
doing it,
imagine.
I demand
more
three reasons why.
You're the more personable one. Your beard's better.
Yeah.
I want to say that there's a word that you can mix with aura and sex, so I'm going to say you're Sakura. Just your Sakura.
I think that is a word. Is that a word
Yeah.
already? I'm not sure. I have to look that up.
If so, it's not what
definitely
I'm
like a Swedish last name, Sakura. I
Mhm.
know because from
Right.
hockey, there's literally guys with the last name Sakura.
Mhm.
Are they part of the Desert Dogs?
I don't know if the Desert Dogs currently have any Sakuras.
Do you have Carter this weekend?
I do not.
Are you going out?
Yeah, we were talking about hitting up the crafted cocktails.
I see. Okay.
Why? What's up?
Nothing. I just seeing
Just
if
making
everybody's going to
conversation.
it. No, I was seeing if
You
everybody's
can
going
say
to
it in front of me. It's fine.
No, I mean, you
No,
too. I mean, if you guys
I'll
want
talk
to go
to you later
no,
about
no. If you want to go, if you guys want to go to Ignite or something Friday, that's what I was asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
I'd be down for that.
All right.